Hello everyone and welcome you back on another lecture of lecture series Chemical Kinetics. In this video I am going to discuss about the second order reaction and its characteristics. So for that I have taken a simple reaction whose reactant A is converted into the product B. The rate constant of the reaction is given K. Initial concentration of A is given as A naught. What we have to figure out, number one, relation between the concentration of A with time. Another thing, that what is the half-life and how it is varying with initial concentration A naught. So guys, you already know that how the rate expression is written. If you do not know this, check out my first lecture in this. So rate is equal to dx by dt, and that will be equal to, since it is reactant, so minus 1 into dA by dt, that is equal to dB by dt, and that is equal to K into A square, because it is a second order reaction. Now for this integral you need to know a very important integral, and which is, if you are having this kind of integral like a minus bx to the power n, then the final result of this will be the coefficient of x will be divided here. So 1 by b a minus bx whole to the power n plus 1 and whole divided by n plus 1. So this will be really useful. If you know it, well and good, otherwise just remember it for a while. So let's start now. So our reaction is A is converted into B and the initial concentration was given to be A naught. Now as the time will progress, at general time t, as you can see the stoichiometric coefficient, the 1 mole of A will produce 1 mole of B. So at general time t, it will be A naught minus x, and this will be x. Can I write here that A at time t will be simply A naught minus x in terms of x. Now just using the equation, this one, using this equation, we will get dx by dt is equal to Ka square. So dx by dt is equal to K into A square, and A is simply how much? A is this value. So I'll be using now K into A naught minus x whole square. Now let's separate the variable, because you know that dx, we can integrate variable x with dx, and similarly with time we need to separate it on other side. So let's separate it. So dx divided by A naught minus x to the power 2, which is equal to K into dt. Now let's modify a little bit. A naught minus x to the power minus 2 into dx integral, that is equal to K into dt integral. Now see, we have to put the limit of this dt, that means t from here. So at t is equal to 0, what was the value of x? What was the value of x? Since reaction did not start at t is equal to 0, the value will be 0. And what will happen at general time t? So some x amount of this will actually get consumed. So I will be putting the limit of x. So that will be x. Now look at the integral that we have obtained, that is A naught minus x to the power minus 2 into dx. So by using the formula which I discussed at the beginning of the lecture, that if you have integral of this type where it is A naught minus bx to the power n, then final integral will be the same thing to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, and whatever the coefficient of x is there, we are just dividing with it, 1 by b. So just by using this, what will be the integral in this case that we are going to get? So what is the value of n? That is minus 2. So what will be the final integral? A naught minus x whole to the power minus 2 plus 1 whole divided by minus 2 plus 1, and the coefficient of A is how much? Minus 1. So I am just dividing by that. And what is the limit? From 0 to x. On the right side, if you will integrate dt, k is a constant, it will come out and dt will become t. Its limit is 0 to t. Now thereafter what we have to do? Simplify it. It is simply a naught minus x to the power minus 1 whole divided by minus 1, and the outside also minus 1 is there. So the whole thing will be like this, 0 to x, that is equal to k into, let's substitute the limit, upper limit t minus lower limit 0. So what we got now? A naught minus x to the power minus 1 from 0 to x, that is equal to kt. Now let's take the limit on the left side. So it will be a naught minus x to the power minus 1 minus, substitute the value 0, then it will be simply a naught to the power minus 1, that is equal to kt. Now let us simplify this. We will get a naught minus x 1 upon a naught minus x minus 1 upon a naught, and that is equal to kt. So as you know that, let us mark it with second. So as you know that a at general time t is nothing but a naught minus x. So I can even write with 2 as 1 upon a at general time t will be equal to kt. So this is the final expression that was needed to us. Now for the half-life, for t half, you know that at, that means concentration of a at general time t, at at t half becomes how much? A naught by 2, initial concentration by 2, means half of the reaction is over. Now what we have to do? Just substitute this value over here, we will get t half. So that means 1 upon a naught by 2 minus 1 upon a naught is equal to k into t. Let us rearrange it. We will get k into t is equal to 2 by a naught minus 1 by a naught. So simply what we got, this is half-life. So t half will be equal to 1 upon k into 1 by a naught. Now can I write like this? T half is equal to 1 by k a naught to the power minus 1. So this is the second and most important relation. Now can you see that in this case half-life is proportional to what? A naught to the power minus 1. You remember in the 0 order, this is second order. You remember for 0 order, this half-life was directly proportional to a naught. For first order, t half was independent, that was constant, that is was proportional to the a naught to the power 0 simply. So by looking at these three, can we generalize this, that half-life is directly proportional for nth order reaction to be 1 minus n, where what is n? N is the order of the reaction. Alright, so we have got these two values. Now coming to the graphical portion that are very common for this. So we can plot a curve of concentration of A 1 by A versus time. So what was the relation? Let me once again recall you. The relation of A with time was this one. 1 by A minus 1 by A naught is equal to kt. So 1 by A is equal to 1 by A naught plus k into t. So we have to figure out the relation this. So this will act as y and this is x. So can I say that this is nothing but y and this is some constant c, and this is t means x, and this k is nothing but the slope. So can you see that this is nothing but a straight line? So I will simply use it like this. And this is x. X means exactly what is there. This side t is there, and this side what? 1 upon a naught. So the graph of 1 upon a naught is having a positive slope, and the intercept is, this value is 1 upon a naught, and the slope of this graph, slope, which is tan theta, and that is equal to rate constant k. So another graph that we can think about is half-life versus initial concentration. So as you know, in this case, t half was found to be 1 by k a naught to the power minus 1, or simply 1 by k into a naught. So can we say that this is nothing but a rectangular hyperbola? Just look at this. This is our y and this is our x. So the graph is very similar to y is equal to some constant divided by x, some constant k dash divided by x. So as x will increase, y will decrease. So as x increases, y decreases. So this is how it will look like. So t half versus initial concentration. This will look like this. So that's all about the second order reaction. So guys, if you want more videos like this, like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest videos.